welcome you here today to Good Hope High School baseball, really complex, I guess, and second round of the Cullman County Tournament 2025. And I have with us today Shane Russ from Fairview High School, and we're going to do our best to call this game for you. We're already into the first batter and had a single by Vinemont's Jake Hale. And now with a runner at second, and just got the first out of the inning.
So for Fairview here, we got number 7, Jennings, on the mound. Got some stats here for him. Jennings is he's got a 2.33 ERA, so allowing a little over 2 runs. So here we go, guys. Here it's see if Fairview can win 2 and bring home a big trophy.
Yeah, today is trophy day, that's for sure, and somebody's going to carry home some hardware. And, the last couple of years it's been Fairview, West Point. And we'll just see if that trend continues today or whether some of these upstart, I don't call them upstarts, but folks that are into the second round, Good Hope, Vinemont, others can maybe step in here and change that MO.
Yeah, we got Vinemont off to a good start. Got a man on second already and top of the first. Good start for them, and got a man at the plate with a 3-ball, no strike count, so they got something cooking.
In our first round games yesterday, we had some pretty outstanding pitching. Had a long game in that first game, a lot of scoring. I think wound up being 15-12 in favor of Vinemont, and as they got us led off yesterday, and the other 2 games real tight. Cold Springs playing an excellent game right there against Good Hope, ending up, I think, 9-3 was that final, with Good Hope kind of tacking on some runs very, very late in those last 2 innings to kind of separate them. Cold Springs had come back and tied that up, and that was in our nightcap yesterday. So, some good baseball being played here.
Oh, yeah, it's always got a deep ball to center. Squeak. Oh.
Up.
Drop the ball.
Kind of got caught in that sunshine, it looks like.
That Saturday morning sunshine right here.
Yes, that'll do it to you. And that sun is peeking over the hills back toward the schools. And if you don't shield it real good, it certainly can cause you some issues. And in that case right there, just had a drop ball. But see if they can get 2 outs without giving up a run. The runner advances to third.
Yep, so I've almost got runners on the corner, first and third, 1 out.
We'll see if they send Caden Henderson, number 7.
There he goes.
Runners now both in scoring position for Vinemont. Base hit brings in 2. See if they can get something going with some miscues here early on.
So I was talking to some fans on the way in, and was just talking about us televising this, and what a great opportunity it is to showcase our students, our student athletes, and all of our extracurricular activities we get to video, and how neat it is 10 years from now when these kids are dads, they can pull it up and show their kids. That's right. I'm so jealous of these kids, because the only video evidence of me ever playing any sport might be a couple of VHS tapes floating around. So,
yeah, and then you got to find a VHS player.
Exactly. So this is awesome, getting to do this, and I appreciate you guys for the opportunity to allow me to do this, because it's get to channel my I was telling Ty, my inner Bob Euchre over here.
There you go.
And get to call a little baseball. So.
Yeah, our usuals, Danny Weaver and Richard Orr, I guess, decided they're going to take an early spring break, which it is spring break. But what's better at spring break than a little baseball?
I hear you. Yeah, so going deep into the bullpen to get me going all the way down the lineup to get to me. But my goodness, at the weather, you couldn't have. Thank you, God, for this. Couldn't have asked for a better weather, because the last few years it has it's not cooperated with us quite as well. So this is absolutely beautiful right here. Way to start spring break. Temperature's going to be in the low 70s, sun shining. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. I think it's supposed to top out today around 75 degrees or better. Man, a light breeze blowing in. It's just couldn't ask for it. I've set my very first one of these. I set in sleet at the beginning of April, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
And, we've had a little rain here and there before and cool nights, but All right, here we see runners advance.
Good deal.
But to no avail as they get the third out right here.
Worked out of a little jam there, so that's a good thing. No runs on the board.
That's a good job by Fairview coming back and being able to get 2 outs, not give up any runs in that situation.
Especially you got runners in scoring position. Leadoff man gets on. It's a to avoid that jam. That's a good defensive battle, and that's kind of Fairview's MO. Is they're a small ball team. They're a defensive minded team. We our last 10 games we're averaging about 2 runs a game. So we got to break out of that slump. But we've played some tough competition. We went to Homewood and played Homewood and played John Carroll Catholic in the last few weeks. So it's a tough schedule. But like I said, we got to break out of that slump, put a little runs on right here. And Vinemont's, hey, they're a tough team.
They're a tough team. Last night, from the get-go, they put the bat on the ball. And, like I said earlier on, Shane, they put 15 runs on the board. And it was just one of those games. Both sides hit the ball really well. Wasn't a whole lot of errors in the game. Just both sides hit the ball.
Yeah, you score 15 runs in a high school game. That's putting the bat on the ball. And for a team to score 12 runs and lose, that's a that's a tough one. That's a tough one, because usually you tell any coach around, they say we're going to score 12 runs. Most time than not, they're going to pull out the victory.
Yeah, Hansville hit the ball hard last night too, and. Very competitive ball game. I give Coach Chandler and his crew credit coming in ready to play. And, Vinemont had to be up to that challenge, so they had to respond early on after going down, I do believe early, if memory serves me correct. And, they battled back, and it just kind of switched back and forth a little bit during the game, but Vinemont able to come out on top by a handful of runs. I think for Fairview, we're going to have – you may have to do the first names or first initials. Mr. Wright is going to be up for Fairview, leading off here in the bottom of this first inning.
Yep, so that'd be Lincoln Wright. His brother Crimson Wright is actually graduated Fairview last year, graduated with my daughter. He's a freshman at Auburn. So if I call Lincoln Crimson, it's an honest mistake. So I apologize to him and his parents right out of the gate for that one. But a youngster, but a good baseball player, really good baseball player. So,
Josh Rhodes on the mound today for Vinemont. Got ball 1. Folks, the reason why we're not calling ball and strike very good, we're quite a ways from home plate, and we're kind of relying on a monitor for that. So we got a count now of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rhodes early on getting the ball down the pipeline here.
Yeah, so we're set up in the right field over here in the foul line. It's definitely the cheap seats, but we're thankful for the opportunity. But we got some great camera crew working on us, so you folks at home, you get the premium view. So thank you to our camera crew for that one.
Absolutely, they do a great job. Ty's crew, and just can't give them enough credit for what they do, because go above and beyond and out here making this possible. All right, got a bat on the ball here. It's driven deep, and it is.
Looks like it traveled foul on him.
Foul ball by just a little bit down that third base line. Good contact by Lincoln.
Really good contact from our angle of that. It looked fair.
Yeah.
And the way the left fielder was moving, you thought it was going to be a stand-up double. So, but count 2-2.
Rhodes being able to relax a little bit. No runners on, able to not have to worry about being in stretch right now. So now we're full. We got a full count. Batter probably has a green light if it's in that strike zone, and that's a hard pitch to stay away from when it's up high.
It is
kind of in the eyes. That's good discipline on Lincoln's part.
So it's a good start. Just like Vinemont did. Good thing to get the lead runner on for Fairview. So puts you put you ahead of the game a little bit.
Runner on first for Fairview, getting him a good lead right there. Going to have a throw over by Rhodes. Force him back, let him know that he knows he's over there.
Yep.
He's going to work out of the stretch.
There we go. Left-handed batter up, so I'd love to get that runner on second, kind of avoid the double play. But here we are. We got a bunt laid down.
Little small ball, and that's a little fielder's choice for you people out there. That's a sack on really it's a sack on a part of that batter right there, advancing the runner, putting him in scoring position.
Just smart baseball, and that's, like I said, that's Fairview's MO. We're a small ball team. We're not an onslaught of just hitting dingers. So that's us, and that was Robertson there, batting number 24, who laid down the sacrifice for us. Excuse me. That was Connor Scott. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Connor Scott.
I'm sorry.
Now we have Mr. Cullens up to bat for Fairview. He's the number 3 batter. Rhodes going to take him a deep breath and concentrate on throwing some strikes and keeping that runner from advancing. A little off-speed pitch. Going to fall in there for a strike.
I find myself, we got this big monitor here in front of us, and I find myself keep looking through the fence over there watching the game.
I do too. I think it's just natural, you know.
Yeah. Got a little up in it. Good catch there.
Good catch by the shortstop, having to battle back. And he had his shades on. He was ready for that sunshine. So Collins with a pop fly to the short.
Yeah, that was good. Shortstop had to cover some ground there. Shielded the sun. Secured the catch. It's a good play.
Good communication there, too, him and second baseman. We had a couple drop last night. I don't know if it's communication issues or what, but we had a couple infield flies fall.
Yeah, them words, it's kind of difficult. Hey, you're tracking it. You're like a hound dog on a trail, and you're going after it right there, and that's your number one focus. But that simple, I got it, goes a long way.
It goes a long way, especially when you catch that movement out of the corner of your eyes. You're concentrating on, and it's like, well, are we going to collide?
Yeah.
So mine, or I got it, whatever the coaches teach your kids to say. It's different for each team, but just communication, and that was evident right there. Good pitch. Good swing. Count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got Ernest right here at the plate. Said I got a few stats right here. He's batting .412. Looks like right now that's
pretty good.
Highest batting average on the second highest batting average on the team. That's pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's pretty good.
We had a good cut there. Another good pitch.
Vinemont avoids a jam.
Vinemont gets out of a jam early on. And with first K of the game by Mr. Rhodes. So we'll go to the top of the second. Coach going to meet with him for just a second and kind of give some words of wisdom.
Hey, look at this. We're over here in a neighbor's country, so we got Mr. Kerry Neighbors back here behind us.
Well,
he took a golf cart, took the golf cart over here, didn't he?
We got Scott Brown too.
Look at that Principal Good Hope.
He had on sweats early. It's warmed up enough. He's down to shorts and a T-shirt.
Yeah, I don't know if he's here to watch some baseball or go to the gym and work out. He's got his attire on. He's ready to go.
I was going to give a shout-out to the Umpire Association, but I failed to ask Coach Holder. I believe our umpires are out of Decatur.
That's a
but I don't know if there's a couple of umpire associations from up there, but we'll find out and give these guys a shout out for the night's over. You know, we can't play the game without them.
That's right. That's right. And it's a thankless position. I'm as guilty as any fan. I'll get into it and rag them if they make a bad call. But hey, if I was out there, I'd make mistakes too. We're all human, and especially in baseball, there's so many bam plays. You got there's no instant replay.
That's right, no instant replay.
So you got one chance at it.
And you know the thing is too, we can agree sometimes to disagree, and we're all gonna make those errors. And but for the most part, they're on top of it, and they do a stellar job. And I'm just grateful and thankful that they're willing to do it. We got the batter now. He is 0-2. He's behind the count here, so more than likely he's going to choke up just a tad on that bat and protect that plate. Yeah. Try to get anything to stay alive up there, even if he's got to chip away at it till he gets him a good pitch. Looks like a ball high right there.
So good discipline right there. Sometimes you get behind in the count and you just kind of not panic a little bit, but you get a little antsy on you.
A little antsy, and that's we said a while ago that's the hardest pitch in baseball. Stay away from. So we're going to have first K for Mr. Jennings today. I can't tell what number batter do we have up right here. Shane, can you tell?
Not yet. Not till the camera rotates. I won't be able to.
My track here.
Number 11.
Number 11. So that is Tucker Motter. Previous batter was Rush Sandlin. Oh, that's going to fall in for a base hit right there. Good piece of batting. Going to go the opposite way with it.
Yep, right over here, right in front of us. Just a good. Hey, that's a single all day long at any level of baseball. There's nothing the right fielder could do about that one. That's just a good hit. Any way you want to slice it.
Good base hit right there by Tucker. He's going to get him a little bit of a lead here. Batter at the plate now going to be number 13, Dalton Bryan, I believe, or either Banks Boric. Coach had a error turn on the lineup card, so it's one of the two.
We'll look at it and see if we can dial it in here.
Yeah. He's going to have a grounder at third base. Not quite 6-4-3,
yep.
But got the 6-4 connection there.
Yep. That's number 2, Brian, with the
So we had Banks Boric. I'm going to draw me an error now and put him up there. So it should be Dalton Bryan, the DH now. So that right there is going to be a 6-4 put out.
Yep.
Good job defensively by Fairview, but a good job getting the bat on the ball early here.
Yeah. Yeah, anytime you get the bat on the ball, something's liable to happen. You know, you teach it all the time with little kids. They'll sit there with a bat on your shoulder. It's hard to get on base with that bat on your shoulder. So you swing the bat and you make contact there. Anything can happen. So here we are, top of the second. 2 outs.
Good cut there.
2 outs for the Eagles. Got 2 outs. So 1 strike. And there's a deep hit ball.
That's a deep one. That's going to be extra bases, I believe. Let's see if it's able to score. He's sending it.
He's getting to go. Got him. How about that throw?
That play at the plate.
I thought sure as the world he was up. But my goodness, what a gun. Threw it from shallow center. Threw a strike to home plate. Perfect.
Great job by the catcher as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So look at that. Good play by the Aggies, denying the Eagles there. So here we go here at middle of the second inning. Still score 0-0. Somebody's going to have to eventually score. We're going to be here a minute.
Our students are learning big American lessons. You can start with your God-given talents, and through practice, hard work, and sacrifice, you have the ability to become champions. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. May God bless all of our students representing our high schools during this season, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Underneath the tent today. Pop fly coming this way.
Oh, incoming.
That one got the media trailer, but everybody's good. I do believe everybody good.
All right, everybody's good. Look at this, souvenirs.
I believe number 24 Robertson's up to bat. I got Eagle Eye Shane Rusk over here.
Can't tell if that's 24 or 34. I think that's Barrett.
We'll see here in just a minute and let you know.
24, you was right. That was right. It was Robertson.
All right, Robertson's up to bat. He's 0-2. Fouled off 2 balls here.
Yep, one of them really took us out, but he fouled off 2. Looked like he's batting about 372 for the season so far. So
I didn't know this group out here was as quick as they are. I tell you what, kind of moving out of the way.
I don't know if Ty moved that much. I think he just was trying to protect the equipment. Appreciate the sacrifice there, sir. Another foul ball. This lands over there in the softball field.
Yeah, he's working at the plate here, staying alive up there. Brought a little curve ball, I believe that was, by Mr. Rhodes that time, a little off-speed pitch.
Running up the pitch count here. A couple of foul balls. I know the coaches across the county are a little more excited. We moved the tournament up a week this year, and I know last year it kind of run right up against the area, so they had to play the pitching game. So having this right before spring break, you get your full arsenal of pitchers, and hey, I feel like we get a real good representation of how our county teams match up against each other this year.
Yeah, and this year too, everybody, we kind of changed format up from qualifying. It wasn't based on a previous year. It's based on playing everybody, and you can opt out of playing somebody if you want to. It doesn't count against your record, but it count against you when it comes time for seeding in the tournament. And so, it just, I think coaches like that format. We'll continue with that format. And,
so here we are. If we don't slow down, Mr. Robinson's going to run us out of baseballs awful early here.
Awful early. They're bringing them out of the dugout and a couple extra baseballs. Hopefully we've got some kids maybe running to get them. Used to back in the old day, you get a free drink. Now that they sell them in cans and bottles, I don't think you get that anymore.
No, fountain drinks was cheap, but there was maintenance with them.
A lot of them. A lot of mess from time to time,
yep.
too. All right, still battling.
This is a battle.
From 0-2 to a full count. So right here, we're either swinging or walking down the baseline. So we'll see what Rhodes brings right here. Brings a good fastball and works himself out of a jam. Or no, we must have got a piece of that one right there.
Another foul ball. Man, you love this battle right here.
Yeah, just work pitcher battling and also the batter battling. Catcher's going to go out to the mound, give him a few words of encouragement here.
Good move by that catcher. I give him a little reset, encourage him, lift him up. He's been slinging a lot of pitches right here to this one batter, so good move by the catcher.
That gives him time to take a deep breath. Another good fastball by Rhodes, fouled off there by Ernest. Ernest got to be careful. Rhodes may be setting him up for an off-speed
Oh, look
pitch.
at that! All that battling draws a walk. That's a good at bat right there. That is a good at bat by Mr. Robertson right there. I said Robertson. That's
Ernest.
Ernest. Excuse me.
Nope, you're
Nope.
right. That's
Yeah.
You got it right.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. Hey, it's getting.
It's
Batter was so
called
long
not
right there,
being
lost
able-
check.
It's called not being able to see through this chain link.
All right, so now we got my guy, Mr. Barrett York. He's batting .436, the lefty, and he is our power hitter. Good baseball player, been a good baseball player for us for a few years here. So
Yeah, we're going to be on alert down here on first baseline.
yeah, he's liable to pull one, hit, put it right in their ear. So
All right, runner on first. Earlier, runner on first, Coach Dumas decided to bunt him down to get him in scoring position, playing a little small ball, which has really made its way back.
yeah,
And what we call small ball is just doing the little things to advance your runners and try to get scores, create scoring opportunities.
and to me, there's small ball. It's when it's going and it's going right. There's nothing more frustrating as an opposing team than a team hitting just small ball, moving to hitting where where people's not laying down the bunts, the sacrifices, and nothing you can really do about it.
And that's well said. It's just taking advantage of where people aren't.
Yeah.
And even if they're in that coverage area, you're forcing them to have to come in and make a pretty tough play on a ball.
Yep, laying down at sacrifice bunt and got to make a decision. Now, throw it to second, throw it to first. What's the out? And players got to process all that right there on the fly, knowing the outs in the situation, the runner situation. It's but I'm a fan of the small ball. I was a small ball guy. You wasn't going to catch me yanking one over the fence, but my job was to get on base.
That was my job as well. I wasn't no power hitter.
I want to get a look at Barrett's batting gloves there. It looks look at that throwdown.
Rhodes with an excellent pickoff move, and I believe that's number 22 for Vinemont applying that tag over here. No, number 12, I'm sorry. That's Jake Hale with the tag, or number 23. I'll get it right here in a minute. Owen McKinney with the tag.
Yep.
But Josh Rhodes with an excellent move there.
Dumas says he should over here questioning the call.
Well, you got to do that, and
You got to go back for your team. You got to take up for them and at least voice your displeasure there. But I want to get a look at Barrett's bat gloves from where we're sitting and on this camera angle. They're yellow. They look like work gloves. They may be legit bat gloves, but from here they look like he's just look like he's ready to go do some fencing.
He's got a 2-2 count. Having to protect that plate. Rhodes with an excellent pitch right there.
Good pitch on him coming back. He battled the first batter. Felt like about 20 pitches. Gets a pick off at first. And then strikes out our batter with the highest batting average for Fairview. So good inning by him so far.
Yeah, good inning so far by Rhodes. That's his second strikeout today. Both Vinemont and Fairview have had runners on, just not able to capitalize on it here early on.
So if my lineup's correct, I got Mr. Connor Duncan, number 7, Unless we've made some changes. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we got number 3.
Little pop fly right there. Going to get him out of that inning. So
that was Connor. So yeah, here we are, middle of the. Top of the third. Still, nobody scored.
All right, we're going to go to some commercials here and appreciate our sponsors, and we'll be back shortly.
Hi, this is Stephen McRae with First National Bank. First National Bank is an independent community bank. Being independent allows us to be innovative, to adapt, and respond quickly and efficiently to your financial needs. We know the needs of this area. Our interest and loyalty are to the people who live and work here. They are more than names and faces. They are friends and neighbors. Together, we're making communities great.
And what is the top of the third inning here at Good Hope High School Baseball Complex and Softball Complex. Hey, I want to remind you, if you're watching on Facebook, you can jump on over to our app. You can find that on the CCBOE webpage, and we're on, I believe, Amazon, Roku, and I forget the third one they told me to tell you.
Yep.
Apple TV.
Yep.
So, those are available to you too, and certainly just go to our website and look for ccboe.tv, and you can join us on any of those apps available.
Look at that. We're mobile. Anywhere you want to be. Hey, if you're driving down to the beach right now on vacation, little spring break vacation, if you're in the passenger seat, don't do it if you're in the driver's seat. But if you're in the passenger seat, you can pull it up and watch the games.
That's right. All right, foul ball. I noticed back there, folks have got this figured out. There's not any cars parked directly behind home plate. So that's a smart move on the spectators today. Pretty good crowd here.
Really is.
Today.
It's a. I love where it's located right here. Kind of need to put a little signage up out there. So there's y'all something to work on there. Good Hope. Because if you ain't from around here, and hadn't been here before, you don't know where these fields are. They're kind of a little hidden gem back down in here.
Yes,
so
they are back behind the football stadium. All you got to do is follow that little gravel road.
Yep.
All right, ground ball here.
Ground ball, little struggle there by Lincoln. He'll get the next one, I promise you. So.
And Rylan McRae is going to find his way on base.
So, even though it was a little bobble there by Lincoln, good job not picking it up and rushing it and turning that into a 2-bagger. So good job by him. But Vinemont's putting the bat on the ball.
Yes, they are. Just taking up where they left off last night. Got Caden Henderson, I believe, number 7 up. It's number 45. I don't know if he'll come back. Yes, he'll come back. Got us a little foul ball. Good heads-up play. You want to be moving if that ball gets past the catcher. Sometimes it makes contact with that bat and you can't tell. But Good job by 45 on the base pass, Rylan McRae.
Yeah, you never know. Sometimes that ball, it'll spin just right, and the catcher thinks it's going to a rollback foul, and all of a sudden she'll just die.
Jennings is going to check him up. He checked him up that time. Let him know he still knows he's over there. Foul ball. Should be 2 strikes here on the batter. Well,
Yep, 2 strikes.
Jennings way ahead in the count.
Well, and there's another strikeout by Jennings.
Yep, that's I believe his second K of the day as well. Both pitchers working themselves out of jams and beginning to find their groove, getting ahead in the count early on. Should be number 23, first baseman, Mr. McKinney. Got a pass ball here. It's going to allow the runner to advance to second. Pickoff move over here at first. Just couldn't quite handle that ball. Puts runner in scoring position with one out here, top of the third.
Yep. So another inning, Vinemont's got another runner on second. So they keep getting them on, keep getting them in a scoring position. They just ain't got one across the plate just yet.
Base hit may bring in a run here. Good pitch by Mr. Jennings. Good cut there by Owen McKinney.
Oh, well, look, another foul ball.
Gets a piece of it right there. I tell you what, we may have to call the sport goods dealer today, bring some baseballs.
Yeah.
We got a gentleman strolling that way. Maybe he's headed that way to help us out a little bit, get collection of baseballs.
At least our sporting goods rep, J.P. Jones, will be us in. So, J.P., if you're listening and you're out and about and you got a case of balls in the back of your Tahoe, we could use some here at Good Hope.
Yeah, JP and him at BSN helping us out with our Upstart Wrestling programs at West Point and Vinemont this year. We appreciate working with them. They gave us some great deals on items that we needed to begin those two programs.
Yep, and that's if you would have told me 10 years ago we'd have wrestling in Cullman County, and yes, I said it, wrestling starting with an R, that we'd have wrestling in Cullman County, I would have told you was crazy because nobody in Cullman understands wrestling. So, but we've got two programs, and hey, they're not doing too bad.
They did really well.
My
good
goodness, they done
representation in the sectionals, and so I'm really looking for some good things to come out of those two programs in the upcoming years. You know, and ladies, if you're out there listening, you think, well, I'd like to wrestle, but you know, you compete girls with girls now, and,
right?
So that's certainly an opportunity.
Yeah. Hey, I'll be the first to say I'm an advocate for every kid, every student should do something extracurricular besides just go to school and go home.
Absolutely. Mr. McKinney's going to draw a walk based on balls. Tough, hard-nosed at bat. Rewards him with a base on balls here. Got one out. Runners first and second.
Oh,
excellent.
Beautiful. Whoa. Pulled
the
string on that one. My goodness.
Expecting that one. Whew. Good off-speed pitch. Runner's going to get him a pretty good lead there. And once again, base hit's going to bring in at least one, possibly two, depending on where that ball's placed. Jennings going to spin move.
Just keeping him honest.
Yep, holding McRae on, not letting him get too big of a lead there at second. Runner's going to advance on a pass ball.
So good position for the Eagles. Dangerous position for the Aggies. Runners on second and third, one out, and the batter's ahead in the count. He's squaring up to bunt here. Oh, looks like a hit by pitch.
So HBP.
That loads Loads of bases here for Vinemont. One out. Little pitcher
We'll probably
catcher.
get we're going to get a courtesy runner here, a pinch runner here for Mr. Rhodes, or we'll see. We got bases loaded, one out.
Yep, here comes the pitch runner. He was motioning the coach and got his attention, so we got a pinch runner, number 15, coming in for Vinemont there.
Let me look and see who we got as our pinch runner here. I didn't write down the.
Duma's calling a timeout. Get us a little reset here.
Yeah.
See if I can work out of this jam.
Number 15 is Jankowski.
So we got a timeout right here for our camera crew. If they I don't know if they can rotate the camera or not, but if you'll take a look at all our sponsors are out there on the outfield. That is that's our local folks that make these programs churn. So if you see them and you need any kind of them services right there, go look at them first. They are support the ones that support our kids. They take time and effort to help work on the field and sponsorships and financially. So if you need any of them services out there, please go search with our local folks first.
Absolutely, and then the guys and gals that sponsor through our television as well. We hope that you'll give them an opportunity as well, because that gives opportunity to grow what we started a few years ago from a media standpoint. Good bunt laid down here.
Look at that small ball definition.
Small ball. Going to have a sack here at first, sack bunt there.
Yeah.
Going to bring in the first run of the game.
Good bunt. Really good bunt by Vinemont right there.
That'd be Hayden Robinson. He was coming down the line pretty good,
He was moving
too.
right along. Fairview had to make a quick play to get to out. So 2 outs. Vinemont's got runners on second and third.
Vinemont threatening here, top of the third. Certainly a base hit. Possibly bring in 2 runs. Jennings evens up pitch count at 1-1. 2 outs. Got to force McKinney back to third. A little bit of a move. Two balls, 1 strike. Fairview working hard here not to give up a base hit.
Man.
Jennings going to work his way back even there on the pitch count, 2-2.
Good pitch there, Jennings. Good pitch, making the batter. He's got to swing the bat at that one.
Excellent off-speed pitch. Works himself out of a jam right there. And Vinemont will leave 2 on base here at the top of the third. And we're going to go to some commercials, and we'll be back shortly.
Hi, this is Stephen McRae with First National Bank. First National Bank is an independent community bank. Being independent allows us to be innovative, to adapt, and respond quickly and efficiently to your financial needs. We know the needs of this area. Our interest and loyalty are to the people who live and work here. They are more than names and faces. They are friends and neighbors. Together, we're making communities great.
Our students are learning big American lessons. You can start with your God-given talents, and through practice, hard work, and sacrifice, you have the ability to become champions. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. May God bless all of our students representing our high schools during this season, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adder Hopeful Congress.
All right, folks, we're back and just waiting on the batter to come up and take the box right here. We're trying to get a number. Number 7 for Fairview, Jennings.
A pitcher. That's why he had such a good inning. He was looking forward to getting on there on the plate. He's a good baseball player. Been a good baseball player for Fairview for a few years now.
Rhodes from Vinemont going to work ahead. Strike. 2 off-speed pitches. Way ahead in the count, 0-2. See what he comes with here. Well, fastball going to be pretty high there. He could waste that pitch, being ahead in the count. So now the count 1-2.
Got to see if Jennings can help himself out here by getting on base.
Third off-speed pitch, fouled back.
So 2-2 now on the count.
Yeah, a little ball away there. Trying to get him to swing it one away and down.
He's ahead in the count as a pitcher. See if you can get him to reach for one. See if you can get a cheap one. There's Jennings taking one off the arm.
Yeah, look, no, hit by a pitch. That's the second HBP we've had in the game, one for each.
So
Jennings is
helping himself out by getting on base any way you can. See if we get a pinch runner here. If we let him do his thing, looks like he's going to run.
So they leave Jennings in to run. That first pitch by Rhodes here is a little low. So Nelson's going to, he called it strike. It looked a little low from here. But that umpire has a little more proximity than I do.
Yeah, his angle might be just a smidge better than what we got here. We're looking at it from right field through a chain link fence.
Yeah.
So we've got Nelson up to bat, number 9 hitter. Looks like he's got about 25 at bats. 29 plate appearances this year. 25 at bats. So batting a 160. So let's look to improve on that right here and just get on base and move Jennings to second. See if we can get something going here.
Another foul ball. That one in direction of where my truck is parked.
No, I chose to park in the outfield.